What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are gonna be back to work on the Ford F-150 Tremor. As you guys see in the previous episode, we got the cab separated from the frame. We found some serious damage on that frame. But today is gonna be a fun day because we're gonna be swapping everything from the old frame onto our new frame that is sitting right here. And I gotta say, my back doesn't thank me for dragging this thing all the way inside, but we got the new frame inside and it looks pretty freaking good. We are gonna have to put this thing up on some jack stands, and there is a little bit of rust going on here. I guess at the manufacturing plant or wherever this thing came from, they were kind of dragging it around because, as you guys know, these things just sit in storage at the parts facilities and sometimes they get scratched up. So I think we're gonna have to address that first, get all that painted in before we start swapping anything over to the new one. So I guess let's go ahead and jack this thing up, put it on 4 jack stands just so it's higher up in the air and easier to work on, and then we'll sand all this stuff down and spray some nice satin black paint on it so it doesn't continue rusting. So check it out, we got the frame painted in. I gotta say, it looks really good. We got rid of all the rust. I didn't want to take down too much material, so there's a little bit of scratches on there, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. You'll never see any of these spots. We just wanted to contain it from rusting any further. But now it's time to go ahead and start swapping things over from the old frame. I think we are gonna start in the back just because it's gonna be really simple and easy and we can slowly work our way forward. We need to remove the spare tire, and then we can just remove this entire rear axle, slide it over onto our new frame. And you guys might be wondering why this frame is a little bit like matte, and I guess it just sat in the sun a little bit. I don't think it messed up the coating. It's just not as shiny as the original frame, which I think if you drove this truck a little bit more, it would probably look like that. But let's go ahead and get started on this rear section. We're gonna remove the spare tire and go ahead and start unclipping little things. We have to unclip everything and make sure we put everything back in the original spots. As you can see, these wires right here will definitely take a lot of pictures of this rear end. Just make sure we get everything back in its original spot. And honestly, it doesn't look like it's gonna be too much work. So let's get straight to it and disassemble this rear end. So we got pretty much everything nice and disassembled in the back. We went ahead and removed the spare tire, and the spare tire carrier is actually the first thing we bolted onto the new frame. Then we also got these little pads right there. We're slowly moving everything over to the new frame. Now it's time to go ahead and disconnect this rear axle. We also got all the wiring out, and I know a little cool trick for these little Ford connectors. As you can see, they have these little plastics and they love to break, but if you spray a little bit of PB Blaster on there, it helps those clips come out with ease. And then once they'll just sit, they'll dry off real nice, so they'll hold on tight whenever you go to reinstall it. But check that out, axle is all disconnected. There's only about 4 plugs, which is nice. Now we just need to unscrew these, or probably just unscrew this bolt right here, unscrew that bolt right there, and we can just slide this axle out and slide it onto the new one. Still not too sure how we're gonna do it. Probably take these rims off so we can just lower it down a little bit, because I am running kind of low on jack stands. I'm using 4 right here, 2 over there. I'll probably swap those from the front to the back, take these wheels off, put this axle on a little dolly, and then we can slide it over here on the new one. So let's go ahead and get this axle removed off this frame. So check it out, we got all the bolts unscrewed, but unfortunately we can't get this side of the leaf spring off because the gas tank is in the way. As you can see, that bolt can't be pushed through there. And I don't know why they did it. They could have just put the bolt in from the other side, but I guess then you wouldn't be able to take it off either way. Anyways, let's go ahead and drop this gas tank. We have a couple of plugs right here on here, and then we have some fuel lines that we can go ahead and disassemble right here. And I think it should just be 2 clamps. So let's go ahead and remove all this wiring and drop this fuel tank down. So we got the fuel tank off along with all of the wires. Now we can freely access this bolt right here. Now we can remove this entire rear end. We also need to go ahead and remove these bolts right here that hold the drive shaft on. We gotta be super careful with this drive shaft because there's actually a sticker on there that says do not drop, or if you drop it, you have to scrap it because it will be off balance. But let's go ahead and remove all the bolts. But now that all the bolts are free, let's go ahead and unscrew them and remove this rear end off the truck. So we got the rear axle off the truck, and I gotta say that was a bit sketchy. The whole truck almost fell off the jack stands. As you can see, it's a little bit over to that side, but that's all good. Now let's go ahead and get this rear axle underneath the new frame. Basically just slide it under there and start bolting all the new parts onto this new frame. And I mean, the old frame is starting to look like the new one. As you can see, this thing is all stripped down, but let's go ahead and slide this rear axle underneath there and get everything bolted into place. So we got the rear axle installed, and I actually tightened up those bolts just a little bit. I'm gonna tighten up all the bolts once we actually get everything on the truck, and it kind of puts some pressure on there, because I know if you tighten it right now, it's gonna be really high in the back. But now what we're gonna do is basically go ahead and strip off these brake lines and this rest of this wiring harness, and then we can go ahead and install the wiring harness, brake lines, probably go ahead and put the fuel tank back on, and just start reassembling everything we can onto the back of this frame. So we have pretty much the entire rear end all back together. We got the rear axle on, bolted together. We got every wire, every clip, everything is clipped on perfectly. Exactly how we took it off is exactly how we put it all back on. Coming along to the front, you can see the brake lines go underneath. Everything looks good, nothing's touching. And you always want to make sure brake lines aren't touching or you put them in wrong, because sometimes they can rub through and they can either break or cause some other issues down the line. So you want to double check all that, but it's looking pretty good. Now we need to start on this engine right here. We're going to go ahead and start removing it. I think we need to just take apart the front end, take this intercooler off right here, get rid of everything else that's holding it to the frame. Same thing in the back. I think we are going to leave the catalytic converters on. I think we'll be able to pull it out just like that. Simply just unbolt the transmission in the back, take off a couple of these heat shields, and this sucker should just pop right out. So we pretty much got this engine almost ready to be taken out. I got the transmission unbolted. I got the other side unbolted. The only problem we are having is these bolts on the driver's side. As you can see, I try to get that one off. I can't get it off all the way, and then that one is stuck underneath the turbo, and I really don't want to take off the turbo. So what we're gonna do right now is basically slice this frame right here, stick a jack from here to there, and kind of just push this entire frame rail all the way forward as much as we can go. And hopefully that straightens it out. And honestly, I don't really want to break everything. I did unscrew these bolts right here, but it turns out there's about 6 lines on that turbo, and I really don't want to mess with any of that. I'd rather just keep it factory original. So let's go ahead and give this a slice and push everything out. Check it out, we removed all 3 of those bolts, and I gotta say that was probably one of the hardest engine mount bolt to unscrew, and that is because this frame was so crunched back that everything was super tight. But we sliced the frame right there in half. We put this little piston right here, and then I sliced another notch right here, and I was able to push this entire rail forward probably about a couple inches. That's probably what, 5-6 inches. That's crazy. That means that frame was pushed back 5 inches. But we got everything out. Now it's time to just go ahead and move this frame all the way back so we can get the cherry picker in here and get this engine pulled out. So guys, we got the engine out of the truck, and I gotta say that was much harder than expected. And I think I need to go to Harbor Freight and get a longer or a bigger engine hoist, because that's a 1 ton. I think they sell a 2 ton. It's a little bit longer and bigger, and it's gonna help us when we're installing this engine. Unfortunately, we do not have the engine mount that goes right here, so we can't install the engine just yet. But man, this thing is just crunched beyond relief. Look at that. It even snapped that right there. Check that out. That's crazy. Nothing is broken. I'm surprised that this differential did not break just by the way that pack got smashed in there, and the transfer case didn't break either, because whenever all this went back, the axle went back. I guess there is a lot of room to play with. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. If y'all enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. Also follow us on Instagram at vTuned. Thanks for watching.